The Commission on Economic Opportunity has been serving the critical needs of people throughout the Capital Region since 1965, opening the doors to hope, opportunity, and success. CEO provides not only opportunities, but the tools and resources people need to build self-sufficient lives. CEO recognizes that building self-sufficiency requires skills ranging from money management to goal setting, and weaves those strategies into all of our programs. We recognize the overwhelming challenges some people face, and we see the potential in those who choose to take the necessary steps to improve their lives. Today, our staff and board are dedicated to helping those who are willing to work hard to help themselves.
Hi, Charmin mine. What you doing?
Taking your picture.
CEO's opportunities begin where we all begin in life, in early childhood.
Hi, my name is Trish. I'm 28 years old and I work at Quad Graphics. I've worked there for about the past 8 years. I have a 3-year-old daughter and she is currently enrolled in Head Start. The first time that we were involved with CEO, I was in a domestic violence situation. I needed help.
Trish and her young daughter Bella found themselves in need of CEO's nurturing Head Start program. As a crucial first step, children receive early developmental screenings that often catch special needs early enough so they can be addressed in a cost-effective manner. Sometimes the early intervention can help prevent lifelong disabilities.
When Bella got to go to early Head Start, I was able to go back to work, get an apartment of my own.
Dinosaur? Wow. Okay, let's check. You're gonna say with me.
I was able to go back to college, which was a huge opportunity for me. She comes home telling me about all the things that she's learned throughout the day, and I'm so glad that I'm able to go to work and know that we both had really productive days, and she's learning all the time, and she's learning how to cooperate with other kids her age. And the teachers that she has are amazing.
It's an airplane, you were right. Go ahead, Bella.
While CEO was putting Bella on the path towards educational success, her mother was building a self-sufficient life for herself and her daughter. CEO not only cares for the child, but through programs such as the Fatherhood Initiative and Babies in Waiting, we also help parents learn how to better care and advocate for their children.
Good job, dude. Thank you, brother. Proud of you.
You did it.
We help parents identify goals and create a path to accomplish them, such as finishing school and finding and keeping a job. And the children who benefit from CEO's Head Start receive the education and motivation that helps them begin school with the same advantages as their peers. Skills and advantages that can last throughout their lives and help them achieve remarkable success. Anne-Marie Lanacy is just one of CEO's many success stories.
I really got my start academically at CEO's Head Start program. I attended CEO's Head Start program in the early 1980s. My parents had recently divorced. I was 4 years old.
Anne-Marie runs a software development company in Troy, New York, and earned her bachelor's and master's degrees at the highly respected Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
My mom was a single mom. She was raising 2 children on her own. She had the wisdom and the strength to reach out to CEO and enroll me in their Head Start program. To this day, my mom feels it really was the boost that I needed to get started academically.
The education and support offered to children and their families in CEO's Head Start programs prepare children not only for success in school, but for lifelong achievement and self-sufficiency. For teenagers, developing life skills and identifying goals is a critical part of becoming a self-sufficient adult. CEO's Teenage Opportunity Program offers young people like Jade, who was homeless and failing in school, the guidance, support, and resources necessary to achieve their goals.
Hi, my name is Jade, and I got involved with the TOP program through my school counselor about a year ago. And ever since then, things have just been going better for me. I'm the only person with a job in my family.
CEO's programs use positive interventions to break the vicious cycle of poverty that threatens to limit the future of so many young people.
When I first learned about the program, I was on the verge of dropping out of high school and just didn't go and didn't care about anything. But when you go into the program, they help you see that you can do what you want to do and you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And it's just really self-fulfillment because you're making your own money and you don't have to rely on anybody. I graduated high school and I've kept my job for a year now, and I'm going to be going to college in a few weeks to get my own apartment, my own car, and just start my life and be a responsible adult.
CEO doesn't just help teens identify goals and find a job. Through Youth Build, we help young adults who dropped out of high school get their lives back on track by preparing them for the GED, teaching them construction skills, leadership skills, a work ethic, and the importance of community service. One such teen is Ashley Ryan.
Before Youth Build, I had a son at 15. I was really struggling to handle my responsibilities as a parent and my schoolwork, and it really seemed like I wasn't going to be able to finish high school. It really seemed like the things that I wanted before I wasn't going to be able to have now. I found Youth Build, which was a solution to an amazing problem, being able to work and go to school. I got my GED and my NCCR and my first aid and all of the experience that I needed to go out there and get jobs, but I also got something wonderful, self-discipline and more desire and confidence to know that if I want something, I can go out there and get it. I can go out there and work for it. And for me, that is such a powerful thing. I wanted to move to New York and go to the Art Institute since maybe I was 12 or 13. And now I'm doing that. I go to that school, and that is such a surreal experience to wake up in the morning and say the things that I've wanted since I was 6 are now possible because of something so simple as people who care about you and want to see you succeed.
Are you hungry?
Many young women who seek help from CEO are either pregnant or already parenting. That's why CEO offers these mothers and children the WIC program.
What is your favorite food?
Broccoli.
Broccoli? Love broccoli too.
Without basic proper nutrition starting with pregnancy and infancy, no child can thrive. Mary Alice Russo realized this in 1986 when she came to CEO for help.
Sometimes it surprises people. They meet me and they look at me and they automatically size me up as being very successful because I have my own business. It's hard for them to imagine that 25 years ago I was a single mother. I didn't have a job. I needed to rely on public assistance to help me.
Basic nutrition education, medical screenings, knowledgeable guidance, and empathetic assistance are extremely valuable for mothers and their children. CEO even provides free breast pumps so working women can continue healthy breastfeeding practices after they return to the workplace.
The CEO and the WIC staff were here to help me with nutritional advice, to help me get the services that I need. There were so many services I didn't even know existed, and they put me in touch with so many people. After my daughter was born, they helped me with breastfeeding, and they continued to work with me to make sure I received the services that I need.
Each day, more young mothers find themselves in Mary Alice's situation, and each day, CEO's WIC program gives them and their children the help they need to live healthier lives.
So it was a very short point in time in my life, but it was a very important time. My daughter and I were really scared how we were going to make it on our own, but we were fortunate that we found the people at CEO and the WIC staff to help us, and I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without that wonderful start I had.
CEO has many programs designed to help children and young people in need. Their foster grandparent program lets seniors interact with this younger generation and helps guide them through critical times in their lives.
You're funny. Yes, you are. You're funny.
My name is Ruth, and I'm here to tell you why it's important to me to come to Youth Build every day. I get out of bed, get ready every day, and I know what I've got to do. And I come right next door, and I meet all these people. And it's good morning, Grandma Ruth, hi, Grandma Ruth, and so forth as they're going in, and I go in with them. These are wonderful young people.
The doors of opportunity opened for Grandma Ruth, and she, in turn, helped open them for the many young adults whose lives she has touched through her caring, her understanding, and the sharing of life experiences. CEO's foster grandparent program truly spans the generations.
Happy birthday, Parent!
Another foster grandparent contributes to enriching the lives of children.
My name is Bobby Brignola, and while I am also a deaf person, that is irrelevant to the fact that I am a foster grandparent. I think it's a very wonderful opportunity to be able to be in this program to reach out to many of these youngsters so that they can grow up to be a better social person and love people and the world around them, the same as we would hope everyone else does. And I thank you for that opportunity to tell you of how inspiring this position has been for me.
Throughout the years, hundreds of people in need have received important, often critical assistance from CEO for their homes, ranging from minor repairs like simple caulking and weather stripping to major improvements such as furnace replacements and insulation. Without CEO's help, Mrs. Snyder would have been forced to leave her home of 84 years.
My grandparents owned the house and sold it to my dad, and so we moved in when I was 2. The men from CEO come in and they went all through the house. They inspected it with the big blower thing in the door and to find out where the leaks were.
Although she was previously assured by a private contractor that her furnace was safe and in good working order, CEO discovered something else entirely.
The CEO men came and looked at it and they said, you can't use this furnace, it's gone. They said, you'll be killed, you'll get asphyxiated. We were so relieved to have them come and get the furnace. And it's a sweet little furnace. But I never had so much bad luck come all at once. So it seemed right after my husband died. So I am so happy that we could have this done by the CEO, because if it weren't for that, I would have had to sell the house and leave. And this is our homestead, and it's all the home we've ever known.
CEO is there to help people who, without the helping hand, would be forced to leave their homes because of unsafe and unhealthy living conditions. A terrible accident left Zeb severely disabled despite several major operations and long, painful rehabilitation.
My name is Zeb Goki, and I was injured in '07. It changed my life dramatically. Went through 3 major surgeries. Found out that my life was going to be a lot different than it has been. It's been a struggle every day since then for me. I have a wife too born with CP.
CEO helped Zeb regain his independence by implementing simple yet necessary modifications to his home.
For years, wash machine was downstairs, never had the dryer. This thing is a lifesaver with 3 children. The bathroom is the best. This was actually a hard bathroom to use with the handicaps because we had the tub and everything in here, and neither one of us could step up over there or stand in there for a long time. A grab bar to get up and down, very easy to use. The seat here, we could stay in here for as long as we want, and just being able to shower yourself, most people take for granted, but this was a great factor. CEO saved my pride and gave me my life back. People like me who've always been a provider for my family with a high amount of pride, it was very hard for me to do this, but knowing that it was there, a huge rock lifted off my chest for me to know that my 3 children, myself, my wife can stay in my home.
CEO's Food Pantry is open to all those struggling to put food on their table. Perhaps the working mom whose hours have been cut back, or the father who is struggling to find a job. CEO's Food Pantry once played a critical role in Jerry Ford's life when he was struggling to build a self-sufficient life for his family.
It was a very good feeling to know that an essential need for my family would be met through CEO's Food Pantry. That each and every night that we can depend on a good, healthy meal being on our table because of the food pantry. And that lifted a little bit of the burden that we were facing. I was able to focus on getting employment, and I was able to focus on going back to school. I graduated and gained my degree in marketing, and now I've become employed. My kids are healthy, and my wife is employed, and things have turned out in a way that a few years ago I couldn't imagine that this would happen. I thank the food pantry for filling that gap and lifting one burden, and because of that I was able to move on in my life.
CEO's Food Pantry serves more than 1,000 Rensselaer County individuals each month and is just one of the many emergency services we offer. Families may be in need of transportation, may be threatened with their utilities being turned off, or even face possible homelessness. With more than 100 community partners, we ensure that the emergency needs of individuals, children, and families in the Capital Region are met. CEO is always there to help. The individuals whose stories we've shared with you represent just a handful of the tens of thousands of individuals, families, and children who've participated in CEO's programs. Programs which help people improve their lives and become independent and self-sufficient members of society.